Good morning, students. Today we are starting our third chapter, that is human settlements and land use. First we are going to see human settlements. What is human settlements? Man is a social animal and he prefers to live in a group with the other people. Why it is? Because if any wrong happens, like attack of animal or attack of enemy, he can fight with the enemy and he can save himself from the enemies. Human habitat is in the form of settlements. Generally we see that man is living in a house. In the ancient time, man was wanderer. He was roaming, he was moving from one place to another. Later on, he started settled at one place. In the first stage, he started settled in the caves because caves were ready-made available. But there also, because the animals were coming, so it was difficult for him to save himself from the animals. Later on, he built a house. The house was made with the material which was available in nearby areas. So he was making the houses and he was living over there. When man is building a house or select a place, when he choose a place to settle, man considers so many factors. What are these factors that we are going to see? The very first factor, that is physical factor. Now we all know that any aspect, any element of which is related to man, physical factors are very much important. When man is settling at a place, first physical factors he has to consider. Now in physical factors, all natural factors are considered. In that, the first factor, that is physiography. In the physiography, generally we can consider that is altitude. Again in physiography, three landforms are important, in that plains, plateaus and mountains. Mountainous regions are inaccessible, lack of facilities, severe climatic conditions at a higher altitude, and unavailability of facilities, so man cannot settle over there. Then the second landform is plateau region. Plateau region is a source of mineral, and that's why mineral based activities, mining activities and the industries are located, and so we see the more cluster than the mountainous region in the plateau regions. The third landform, that is plain region. Now plain region is where accessibility is there, facilities are available, agriculture is available, agro-based industries are available which are providing the jobs to the people. So availability of all the aspects which are needed for the man. So in the plain regions, man prefer to settle. So physiography is very much important when the man prefer or man decide to settle in a place. The second factor is climate. Now man cannot settle in the severe climatic conditions like very high temperature or very low temperature. If we consider the globe, if we see the globe, the equatorial areas are the areas where temperature is very high, rainfall is very high, and so we see the less population in the equatorial regions. Similarly, in the North and South Pole region, which is called polar region, in this region, the severe cold climatic condition, the land is covered with ice, where inaccessibility, severe conditions, and so population cannot settle over there. And that's why we see the less settlements, because population is less, so settlement is less. Now the third region, that is temperate region. Now temperate region is the region which is in between 23.5 degree to 66.5 degree. This region in both the hemisphere. In both the hemisphere, this is the region where climate is moderate, means moderate temperature, moderate rainfall. So the most of the population we see in the region, and similarly we see the settlements, the number of settlements are more in this region. So climate is also one of the factor which man consider when we decide to settle in particular place. Now the third factor is soil. Third factor is soil. Soil is very much important for agriculture activity. If the soil is not fertile, agriculture cannot be practiced. And so we see that in the floodplain areas, on the banks of the rivers, people settled, because in these regions soil is fertile and agriculture can be practiced, and that is why we see the number of settlements are more in the region. The next factor is minerals. Minerals are very much important for the industrial development, because minerals are the base of economic development and they are important in the industries, because all other industries, agro industries, other industries are totally depend on the mineral based industries. So where the minerals are available, the mineral based activities like industries are settled, and so people gathered in the region, they come in the region to get the opportunity, to get the jobs over there, and we see the more population in these areas where the minerals are available. The fifth factor is water. Now we need water for drinking purpose, for domestic purpose, for agriculture, for industries, all the purpose we need the water, and that water we need fresh water. The fresh water sources are rivers, lakes, reservoirs, dams, same reservoir, wells, then underground water. These are the sources of water. So the areas where these sources are available, people settled over there. So we can say that the settlements man choose